But yes, but let's go large. Use the entire arena because I want a straighter neck because you feel that your horse is sort of fishtailing behind you, yes? So the horse is lifting left with the haunches, you feel it, yes? So you come down the center line and ask up, shoulder in to tell the horse to shift out with the haunches, not inward. Yes, and left leg, let's see, pull, carries him, and now he's not disobeying by fishtailing inward. Right, very good. And of course we turn left at the end, we turn left, a softer hand goes snatches up with the head and neck, good for the horse, and the upper arms and elbows should stay closer to the rib cage in a vertical position. So the horse is not swiveling between the corridor of your hips. Now he's haunches in again, you corrected it, but stay on the wall because next time, if he comes in with the haunches, I want you to bring in his front end and put it in front of his hips. In other words, shoulder forward. So if it drags the haunches in, you bring the withers and the shoulders just like that. Now it's shoulder forward. You brought the shoulder in and put it in front of his little hips. And on the next diagonal, we change rein. And of course, we change rein on the diagonal, but when you change rein, we need to change the leg position. The new outside leg goes back because the horse has to be always between the eight. Is the left leg going back to keep the haunches behind you and not fishtailing right and left like a little drifting little boat on the ocean? Now that's right. Very nice. And shoulder in from K to H on the long wall. Nicely, shoulder in, but the two hands closer together in this. Good. Because the outside shoulder keeps falling out, yes? So you have to bring the left fist to the center, yeah? To prevent this falling out of the shoulder to that long distance, you see? And we have to do the next wall also is shoulder in because we need less inside rein feeling and more outside rein, neck reining inward. So the outside rein guides the shoulder inward. Yes, you just did it. But this is to be a permanent attention area because the moment he gets away with it, he tries the next one and he throws his hips into the right and his shoulder is leaving on the left, and that we call is a jackknife semi-truck on highway number 5. You have to, he jackknifed, his left shoulder went up, now he is, but you have to keep a straighter neck. You have to keep the left hand, left rein is the guardian of his shoulder. So the left rein doesn't let him twist out, yeah? So that's very nice. And then at A, down center line, and we leg yield right and left. So first, leg yield left 4 steps, then right, then left and right. And so the 4 steps each to try to put the horse's attention back on the corridor of 8 that the horse knows that the leg pressure has to keep him aligned on a straight track. Good. was nicely aligned, and you didn't let him, and now his haunches are in. What are we to do? We bring the withers in. We call it the shoulder 4. So we bring the shoulder ahead of the hips on the left, and will not permit him to go sideways like a crab on the beach. And that's why straighten out your horse before you can ride it forward, said Steinbrecht. Before you were born, he was saying that. And look how good it worked. Now he's straight, alive, and he can work with the 2 hind legs evenly. And when you get to A, we will turn on the center line and half pass left to the wall, and it should be very easy for him. So in the half pass, he bends left, looks left, hollows left, moves left, all of it to the left. So it's a leg yield with a good bending. That's what the half pass is. So now, nicely left. Good. Very nice. Yes, good. Yep. Keep looking left. Keep bending left. Very good. So this is the easy side, as we know, and we go now to A, and we'll do it to the right. And guess what? That is very difficult, and you are going to do it masterfully, because you take the outside knee and thigh back. You already do it, and he is responding, but he will need this when you turn on the center line and bring him half pass right. And then he's going to give you that beautiful engagement, but in this direction he forms an S-curve with his spine because he tilts his head a little bit, so he torques the cervical spine a little bit like the garden hose in the geranium patch, and then he is not nicely bent to the right, just partially bent to the right. But he did it, and it wasn't bad, too bad, but it wasn't a good benefit. So now we are going to go all the way to A, halt at A, and from the halt go into the left lead canter. But a little more in caution, because that's lost some of the suspension and clarity of rhythm. So now the impulsion improves. And then we go to the halt, and from the halt to the canter. Yes, well done. Now stand still. We went through this yesterday. Yes. Hands remain down. Don't need to extend them forward so much that he scares, because he sees your hand from the corner of his eye. Just keep your hands down and still, and be as still as you can be. Good. And now walk and stroke his neck, because he stood still for a little moment, and then the canter. And the canter left lead. Yes. Now as slow as possible from the seat. So the seat sticks, so pull back a little bit. It's too, yes, he went too far. When he breaks to the trot, we accept the trot. We want the trot. Because he has no collection yet. And that's why when you want to slow the canter, he would need collection, and he doesn't have it. But he might have it 10 minutes later or 10 days later if we try. So back to canter again, and we try to slow it down. A little more feel with the outside rein, a little more lean back, a little telling him that lean back when he does that. Good, and now canter, so that he, yes, so that he knows that you don't back down. That's very nice. You canter, because, exactly, right leg back and ask to canter. Tactfully ask to canter. Good. Because that one, that behavior is a fear because he's confused. And now, if he breaks, we take the trot, of course. Of course, because the whole idea is to teach the horse to work calmly with you and not to panic every time you ask for something. Good. And now the trot, rising trot, and we change rein. We go all the way up to A. And then at A, we try to canter from the trot. So the left leg is going back, the left leg is coming into the position to prompt your canter departure. Yes. Yes, and canter up. 1, 2, good for you. And lean back and trot rising again. Yes, trot rising. Good, good. It's all balance, and of course, he is structurally, very hyped up at the knee, and a little uneven behind, so he cannot carry everything in a sophisticated balance. And stay on the circle right here, and sit into the trot in a collective trot, and on the circle develop a shoulder in. So bring the withers to the right, and the right leg, right shoulder pushes the tail out to the left wall. So the front is constantly turned. Turn right, turn all the time. Across his right hind leg, under his body. Keep turning him right until he gets there it is. You know why he does that, because it's ouch. It's ouching time, because he never put weight on it. So every time you ask to put weight on the right hind leg, he is mad. Well, but the point is, he will be mad for only so long, and then the leg will strengthen up and feel no threat from you, and he's not going to kick up or throw a fit. He's going to like it. But we bring in the shoulder, the outside rein should straighten his neck. His neck is so much bent that he keeps falling out on the left shoulder. Straighten out the left side of the neck a little more and control his shoulder in. That's why it's called the shoulder in. It even has a name. It's called shoulder in. So bring the shoulder in and show him the center of your circle. Let him look to the center of the circle. Now push his old butt out. But with the inside leg, do you feel it? You did it. How about repeating it? Yes, you put his butt out. Did you feel it? Well, I want to see it 6 more times. Shoulder is turned in. You show him the center of your circle, and he has to put his tail end out. Yes, do you feel it? This is all homework. Don't ignore it. When I come back and start to spy on you, I want to see a completely changed horse that doesn't pick up when you use your right leg. But could we shorten the left rein and straighten the left neck so he doesn't make a huge curve inward and then escapes the shoulder? shoulder. Okay, now it's good. So how about turn the horse towards the center of your circle, 90 degrees, like you turn on the center line. 90 degrees, turn in like turn on the center line. Good, good. Now push the hind end out. Now right leg, right shoulder pushes out. There, do you feel it? Do you feel it's two-track? Yes? Yes, you feel it? Okay. Keep that strong left leg to keep that shoulder from running out to the wall. You have to keep the shoulder in. And now again, turn him down the center line, show him the center of your circle. So when you get to C, turn into the center line, like you want to show him where that is. And then push leg yield out. Now push him out with the right leg. That is the shoulder in. Now turn towards us. Turn. Yes. But did you feel it? You first have to bring the shoulder in before you can scoot the hind end out. Yes? Do you feel it? You are getting it. Do you understand that this is homework?
Oh yeah.
3 months of it, or whatever. Change rein. It's very important for the horse's well-being to have them ambidextrous. The horse has to, because you all see he's uneven on the hind legs, yeah? Uneven stride. So to make a horse ambidextrous takes very important exercises. Now, my circle, the shoulder into the left. It's a little easier, but you have to. But the outside rein is getting too loose again, and he is cutting out on the right shoulder and making him a jackknife truck. Ah, much better. Do you feel it? And now comes the tricky thing. From this lovely shoulder in, a calm departure to the canter. It's a change of legs. Shoulder in is left leg, canter depart, add the right leg. Did we add the right leg? Are we going? And back to trot. Back to trot. Once he lost the balance, we repeat. We just take him back to trot. We make a nice shoulder in, and then pull the outside knee back, and now a canter from the outside leg. 1, 2. Well done. Trot rising. That was very nice. Trot rising. And change rein on the diagonal. So that's the rewarding time, of course, when the horse did something well, something right. Look how nice he can enjoy the relaxed trot. And of course the harmony with the rider. And now from K, a shoulder in. But you remember we have to turn the front end of the horse to go sideways in with the shoulder. Now push the buttocks out, like a leg yield, exactly. You use your leg to leg yield him out. Very good. And in the corner here, a calm canter departure. We change from right leg to left leg. And now the left leg tells him, just tell him, good, he loves it. He loves it. And trot rising. Very nice. Now he wasn't afraid. And see, change rein on the diagonal. And then at A down center line. And this time a leg yield first. 4 steps leg yield right. And then the shoulder in. And you can do a sitting or rising trot, but first it's a leg yield, sideways out. Little straighter neck. There, good. Now shoulder into my wall. and left rein. Good. Keep sitting. Good. And when you come to this wall, you change your leg. No more left leg, only right leg pressure and canter. Right leg back, well done. And trot rising. Already back to trot. Yes. Stay at the circle. Lengthen the rein 2 inches. Very nice. Yes, just keep it like that. It's rewarding time. It's time to make the strides smoother, longer, not so hectic. You notice we always have to work on the horse's mental state. So it's not enough that we just ask this and that, but he has to have his episodes of reward, and he's relaxed, longer frame, and back to a little shorter contact, and then collect the trot and sit the trot, gradually slowing down. Yes, that's very nice. And take him large, and then we come down the center line at A with a zigzag leg here. Four steps sideways right, 4 steps left, right, left. But all as straight as possible in the neck and in the torso. So the horse is getting rid of the fishtailing episodes. All right. Yes. So down center line and sideways right, left. Left leg, good. And now right leg, right shoulder, sideways. Good. Yes. And now left again. No? I mean right again, sorry. And then back to left. Yes. And then we turn and get to the circle here in front of me and lengthen the rein 2 inches. A little longer. Yes. Very nice. Fingers forward. Elbows quiet. Not every step of the way talking with the reins. I love the lightness, in other words, the self-carriage, where there's no heavy contact, no pulling, but it still has to be a quiet set of elbows, a quiet set of fists, not constantly telling something to the horse, because that makes them confused and tense, and this is very nice, and it's calm. You have to work on the mind of the horse, and this is good, good work. So tell me, what is yelling through? Is that a horse he knows, or what is this?
4 horses.
4 horses he knows. So then he's kind of doing the herd instinct stuff, and right, and not wanting to separate from the herd, yeah? So that makes it tap tap. Always, like we discussed it yesterday, when he yells, you have to tap with inside leg. And then you say, well, it doesn't work because he yells again. But it does work. Because if he yells 100 times, you tap 100 times. And there will come a day when he will make the decision. He doesn't want to be kicked 100 times. So he will shut up. He will say, you know, I guess if I yell, they just kick me. So maybe I won't yell. And that is the way he's going to pay attention to you and not yell all the time. And lengthen the reins to stretch him down even deeper. Yes, just lengthen. Not your arms, you keep lengthening this. No, take the rein out of your finger to lengthen it. Yes, that's the lengthening of the rein. And now pick up the contact again. Back to the usual frame, with the usual elbow and arm position, and change lanes to the center of the circle. But you know that when you did this, stretching and lengthening the frame, he looked much better again in the use of his hind legs, became completely even. Now change length to the center of your circle. Yep. Yep. There. And now lengthen the rein again. Stretch him down. And by the way, I keep telling this too, that the stretch has to be like now. It has to be that the horse's entire neck is below the withers. You know what I mean? So you look at it when he does it. And he comes in a lot with his haunches. I mean with his muzzle. He comes towards his chest and makes a smaller throat latch. You understand that? Eventually, if you do these exercises, stay at the wall. If you do these exercises, as I said even in my lecture, the daily vocabulary work, longer frame, shorter frame, longer stride, shorter stride, bend more. So if you do these episodes of the circle longer, sink the neck down, you'll get rid of all of those things, like the overflexion, sucking in the front and not working behind, but very lopsided. You will have all of that. So these we do in a ride are not just little light rabbits moved out of the sleeve. They all have a meaning to your horse's evolution, becoming better and straighter and more